Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to Asagao Academy. When we last left off, we may have a chance to join the Normal Boots Club if we can help them in the puzzle match at the tournament. So it's an all out. If we win, then we're in the club. If we don't, we will probably lose them all as friends. So it's kind of a win-lose situation on this. Also, Jontron made us a tree. That was weird. But, okay, let's do this. Let's see what happens, because now, we couldn't sleep that night. So when morning came, we just put on our uniform, head to class early, and pray that the teacher is still not mad over her dumping earlier. For once, I was eager for the mundane classroom environment. I hoped it would still my racing thoughts and help me come to terms with my amazingly good fortune. Therefore, I was sitting in my desk, falling slowly asleep when a hand slammed upon its surface. Hi, Shane. You still don't entirely like us, but at least you were nice enough to apologize over the pink hair comment. Listen up. I scooted my chair away from my desk. Shane glared at me. If you are really competing with us in the tournament, and I still can't believe that's happening, then you had better not let us down. He pulled out the chair in front of my desk and sat down. Let's talk strategy. What? Do you think practice will pull you through the tournament? Despite knowing it was probably the wrong answer, I nodded.
No.
Wrong! Rather than practice, you need strategy. I could hardly believe my eyes. Shane, the normally quiet, wary, barely speaking Shane, was suddenly on fire and preparing to give me a full lecture on video game strategy. Except you're talking about puzzle games. Depends on what puzzle games you're talking about. Are you talking about match 3 like Candy Crush? Because that is randomly generated and designed so that you have to pay money in order to get that last win, because you tend to usually only manage to lose when you have one turn left to win. Just saying. I know how this stuff works to an extent. Did this mean my good fortune was over, or... Pay attention. Yes, sir. I sat up straight and scooted my chair to my desk. I'm listening. Yes, sir. Strategy isn't something you can just study. It isn't something you only start thinking about when you're playing your game. Strategy is always. Repeat after me. Strategy is always. Strategy is always? He slammed his hand on the desk again. With feeling! Strategy is always!
Yeah.
Good. Do you know what this means? In your daily life, you can make choices willy-nilly, like an absolute idiot, or you can make smart, intelligent choices. You can make choices like a winner. Sometimes these go against what we want in the moment. Someone strategizing for a diet would have to pick not to eat a second serving, even if they want to, even if they're hungry. It's not always what you want, but it's what you gotta do. Understand? I think? Kind of? Not really. He nodded, seemingly satisfied. The more you strategize in your daily life, the better your mind will get when trying to strategize in game. Gaming isn't just fun. Gaming is life. I think you're missing the game in video games. Just saying. He leaned forward, staring me down. Strategy is always! Shane grabbed the bottom of his chair and scooted frantically away, his mission apparently accomplished. You say that, and yet, here we are. He sat in his desk across the room, pulling out his sketchpad and drawing pencils. Then, face calm as ever before, he started to draw. Oh, I thought he was actually, like, drawing the pencils. I was like, oh, okay. It seems kind of counterproductive to draw a pencil when you're drawing with a pencil, but okay. How was that the same Shane I've seen for all these weeks? Has it only really been a few weeks since you got to the school? Damn. And if he heard me, he didn't respond. I turned back to my desk, once again wide awake, Shane's words repeating in my head. Strategy is always. that didn't really explain much, it just gave me a saying. Oh hey, it's almost time for the flower festival. With everything happening so quickly, it felt almost like it snuck up on me. Have you decided who you're talking yet? Or taking yet? Right, I had to go with someone to the festival. Who could I ask? The only guys I knew were the members of the Normal Boots Club. Would they want to go with me? And which one should I go with? John was kind and caring, but I was a bit worried he cared too much about Jacques and the play to notice anything else. PPG was so easygoing, but something about the way he looked at me still bothered me. Satch was mature and really smart, but he seemed hard to get close to. Or was I imagining that? Then there was Shane, who, let's be honest, he hated me. There was no way he'd say yes. But then again, he had started to warm up to me. Paul, if continue, popped into my head too, but the last few times I hung around him, he caused major destruction. Gerard was so caring and friendly, but I wasn't sure he was interested in me in that way. There was Jared too, but I looked at Mai. I couldn't do that, could I? Well, Oh no, I gotta make a choice? I don't even think I can choose any of them. That's the problem. Like, I'm fairly certain, like, every single one of these guys, if they're not married, they have a girlfriend, and it's like... Well... And there's no guarantee any of them will pick me. Well, since I am more of a fan of Jontron than any of the other guys, actually I don't even know anything about Shane or Satch, I guess I'll go with Jontron.
John.
I choose John. I whistled.
Really?
I see, going for the big guns, huh? I always knew my Hana would reach for the stars. Now look at you, up on the moon. Wait, what? She winked at me. Well, go on.
What?
What?
Uh-huh.
Go on and get your man. Wait, you mean now?
Yeah.
Mai hit me on the back and practically shoved me towards the door. As I began to leave, my legs turning to jelly, small pink blobs filled my vision. What? Go! Mai was tossing cherry blossom petals over my head. Go get Senpai to notice you. Don't say that! Mai beamed at me.
Yeah.
No time to talk, Hana. This is going to be your big day. You're a main character. Unless you messed up really badly, you'll definitely get a good dancer. I messed up a lot, though. Just go. With a final shove, I was out the door. Now, where would I find him? Probably in the theater. John was where he said he would be, in the theater. He was holding Jacques and dramatically singing an opera song in a tone I didn't think he could muster. Hey, have you heard him sing Fireworks? He hits those high notes pretty good. I still say his version is way better than Katy Perry, just saying. A sad-looking first year sat on the bench of a piano, reluctantly playing music. I waited until a pause where the piano note slowed, signaling the end of the song.
John.
John? Ave Jacques! Oh, Hana! He stopped and jerked to face me. A worse spine might have been sent careening towards the chalk-marked floor of the auditorium, but Jacques stayed firm. Yeah, that would be kind of awkward, wouldn't it? I guess he's probably used to Jontron's craziness. Also, when does Romeo and Juliet have a musical moment? Just saying. There, I cleared my throat for you, John. But, looking at the floor, receding from the opera mood. Okay. How can I help you, Hana? I wasn't expecting you. He coughed awkwardly, and I almost did the same. It wasn't my intention to stop you in the middle of this. Please keep singing. I would love to hear the rest of it.
I don't know.
Oh, now that you're here, I don't think I can. Where's Cheeks Pink? Stage fright. And here I thought John's only setting was Joke Cracker. Okay. It was cute. I tried to hide my amusement. Well, I came here because now it was my turn for a peach face. I want to go to the flower festival with you, John. Breeze came out of nowhere, rustling my hair and clothes while I looked intently at him. Stray cherry petals slipped off my shirt and danced into the air. John turned. The pianist was making his quick escape through a door. It's like, I'm out of here, bitches! You deal with your own romance problems, I'm out of here! I didn't mean to create a draft, sorry. His eyes flew between the two of us for a moment, then he ducked out the heavy door. I have an answer for you, Hana, but first, I need one from you. Oh boy. Was this a trick question? Is he going to ask me to be a tree? John perched Chalk on his shoulder, while I mentally prepared myself for whatever he was going to ask me. No!
Well...
You never told me whether you wanted to be in the play. I think your talents would be utilized well here. But I'd be a tree. What kind of talents do I need to stand still in the background? I'll go to Flower Festival with you, if you agree to be in my play. I sighed. John didn't get it. No one wanted to be a tree. I'm disappointed that you think I'm only good enough to be a tree, but I really appreciate the offer in general, so I'll take it, thank you. I'm sorry, I think I would have said, hell no!
Yeah!
Yeah! Hannah, this is your big break. I'll put you on the list of tryouts, but I can already tell you, your chances are good. Tryout? Tryout to be a tree. Unless this is a tree from the Wizard of Oz, this is dumb. John picked a clipboard up off the piano and tapped the back of his hand on it.
Well...
I'll have a list of people who want to be trees, you see. I have to pick the best one. There are tryouts, callbacks, and then another round just to be sure. I was defeated. But don't worry, I've already seen what you can do, and I love it. Just come to the tryouts. Right, okay, I can do that. And I'll do whatever I can to make you happy with this decision. I would have gone to the Flower Festival with you even if you didn't want to be a tree, but I figured I could get both of us what we wanted. We're going to be spending so much time together, won't that be fun? I know Jacques is looking forward to it too. Huh? It didn't seem like he wanted to go at first, but now that I knew he was just as happy as I was, I felt much better. Even about being a tree. So, Jacques and I'll meet you at the festival. As full force of the fact that I did it, and he said yes hit me, I broke into a huge smile.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds great. Well, that was weird, but then again, what should I expect from Jontron? Ugh. I woke up late the next morning, the day of the Flower Festival. I was buzzing with anticipation, but because of that, it took me forever to wake up. Now it was almost noon, and I rubbed my eyes as I arose. Hey there, sleepyhead. Ugh, good morning. You slept even later than I did. That's impressive, Hana. I sat up in bed, and something on the edge of my desk caught my eye. What's that?
I don't know.
What that? A letter for you. Came in the mail this morning, so I just said it. I scrambled out of bed and into my desk chair, ripping open the letter. Whoa, geez, calm down. It's not going anywhere. You never know. It's not snail mail. It might be hair mail. Or something. I don't know. Turning away from her, I started to read. Little Blossom, how have you been doing these past few weeks? I'm sorry I haven't found the time to write. Oh, it's our dad. Your pa's been working hard lately, and I seem to go right to sleep when I get home. I know things were difficult for you here, and I only hope that you're having a better time where you are now. It isn't the same without you here. I missed your cheeriness and watching TV with you, and most of all, your pink hair bobbing around the kitchen. Hana, I know you feel bad about the pressure this must be putting on me, but don't. I do this because I love you. There is nothing I want more in this world than your happiness. I miss you, Hana. Be strong. Your Papa. Aww. My hands trembled. Tears filled my eyes. I hadn't written to him since arriving at Asagao. As many times a day as he crossed my mind, I'd just be busy with other things. He must be worried sick. From the sound of things, he was also depressed. I missed my father. I missed my home. I missed helping him. If I wasn't around to cook him breakfast, he almost never ate. He kept saying it was fine, but he was getting older, without Mom there to take care of him. Hana, are you okay? I wiped my eyes on my sleeve. Yeah, I'm fine. I miss my dad. I picked up a pencil and paper and began to write, trying hard to block out the tears. Eventually, Mai turned to her own work and let me be. Dad, I'm doing really great here. This has been the best change of my life. I have a best friend, and I might join a club. I even have a date. You sacrificed so much to bring me here. I know I hardly gave you any choice with the way things were going. I was spoiled and ungrateful, but you always did whatever was necessary for me. I miss you so much, but thank you. I know this was a huge sacrifice. Please eat well and take care of yourself. Remember 2 glasses of water in the morning and 1 before bed. And have breakfast. Scrambled eggs are easy to make. Draw a smiley face on them in ketchup, just like I would if I was there. I'll send my love through that, so make sure you do it. I miss you. And tell Mom happy birthday. I thought her mom died. I guess not. It struck me as a surprise upon getting to the festival that there were people other than Asagao students wandering the streets. Immediately I realized my folly. This was a festival for the town of Higanbana, after all, not for the academy. The people ambled about happily, including quite a few city folk come in to see what must be a well-known festival around these parts. I smiled. It was nice to feel involved. My cell vibrated from the small pocket I stashed into it, and I ducked into a corner to carefully extract it. Hana, this is your number, right? It's John. I'm gonna be a bit late. There's been a crisis. I'll get there ASAP. That sounds exactly like how John would write, too. A crisis? What's wrong? I shot him a text back, staring at my phone screen for some kind of feedback. After a few minutes, I realized nothing was going to come. Whatever was happening, he was dealing with it on his own. And Jacques. Don't forget Jacques. Although he's probably just sitting there going like, what am I doing with my life? With a sigh, I turned back to the crowd following past the stalls. Now what was I supposed to do? I didn't like being around crowds, and I was too worried about John to enjoy the festival. Although I tried to take what he said with a grain of salt. John seemed likely to panic about anything. Even my being cast as a tree in the play was a life-threatening decision to him. His very well-being depended on anything from what to have for lunch that day to ensuring that nobody in their right minds read romance novels and called themselves a friend of his. Okay. In all likelihood, it wasn't anything too bad, but that didn't help me worry any less. I sighed again and stepped into the flow of the crowd. At the very least, I could go around and see if there was anything interesting. I didn't actually expect to find anything interesting. But somehow I stumbled upon a fountain in one of the corners of the festival, setting up to look like a group of dancing sirens. They held hands almost like they were actually moving with each other. And we can't get a look at this nice statue? No game? Wait, one of them was moving. I crept hesitantly towards the fountain and the twitching siren. Jacques, it's you! Jacques turned to look at me, then ducked his beak into the fountain. Once wet, he shoved it under his wing. Was he preening? Curious, I crouched down next to him. Birds scared the heck out of me, and I didn't know why. Well, they can bite. And they will repeat anything you say in the bedroom, so watch out. I didn't have any bad experiences with them. None tried to kill me as a kid. None stole my favorite jewelry or pooped on my favorite outfit or tried nesting in my hair. Actually, that's another question. Jacques is a bird. A robot bird in that. Wouldn't the water short-circuit him? Maybe it was the aerial advantage. Birds were only a few technological advances from becoming evil kamikaze pilots, dive-bombing their prey without mercy. Some do that already. They're called hawks. Or birds of prey, as you will, I guess. Yeah, without mercy. Maybe that was it. If a bird had the chance to be better than you, it would take it. If it could take advantage of you, it would. Yeah, like the minor birds. Oh, I like your hair. Nice shoes. Ooh, that's a pretty bird. Can I buy it? It's kissing my ass. Birds were savage, heartless creatures. As far as I was concerned, at least. Well, they are descendants of the dinosaurs. But then here was Jacques, the most beloved thing to his cheerfully bumbling owner. Somehow he earned the heart and love of John through staying by his side, even through all the sass. Well, Jacques was a robot, so it wasn't really the same thing, was it? Except in real life, he's an actual bird. And multiple times you see him biting John in the ear during the reviews and such, so...
Hey!
There you are. John dashed through the crowd, darting right past me and picking Jacques up out of the fountain. I bet you that was probably the thing. The bird ran away. You know I hate it when you leave without me. And to go to the fountain, really? You know how I feel about fountains. What if you fell in? What then? You should wait for me to clean you, not go all willy-nilly on your own. I wanted to look pretty for our date. Jacques' glowing eyes turned to me, and John followed his gaze.
Hana.
Hana, there you are. It's like I've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Ha ha! It's funny because I have a bird on my shoulder. Yeah. Proverbial? Not literally. Smooth operator, this one. I don't need your sass. You have enough sass. I have enough sass for everyone. Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad we met up, Hana. How about we go get something to eat? Do you like dango? Jacques and I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't had that since I was a kid. Oh my god, I love your kimono. It's adorable. It matches your hair.
Yeah.
Let's go for it then. I was prepared to have delicious desert-filled dango that evening. I was not prepared to die of sugar-filled sweetness. Oh my god, that is so cute! Here, Jacques, this one's for you. John held a strawberry dango up to Jacques, who pinched the treat inside its beak. He didn't start chewing or anything, undoubtedly as a robot he could not eat. Instead, he turned to look at me, eyes red with glee. I got a treat. You did. Good for you, Jacques. Happy day. John chuckled, popping a bit of dango into his own mouth. So, how did you and Jacques find each other, John? That's a bit of a tough question to ask. I bought him at a pet store. Jacques' creator is a bit of an elusive man. I didn't get to meet him. But a family friend apparently had a bit of an experience up in Tibet. He came back with his bird and these huge bags under his eyes, walking like a zombie. He practically threw Jacques at me, saying he didn't want to deal with it. I still don't know what he meant by that, but when I booted Jacques up, there he was. A fully fleshed robot with autonomous AI and free will, able to form bonds and connections with people with a functional memory bank and a hot chunk of sass to boot. He stroked the top of Jacques' head, who didn't seem to be interested in his own story. We had a lot of adventures after that, you could say. I got into a few scrapes. Jacques got me into a few scrapes. I resent that. But he's always been by my side. He's what got me to Asagao. He's what made me interested in electronics. He's what kept me sane and feeling like I mattered. John stopped. Anyways, don't you have something like that? Something you love more than anything else? I guess my dad.
Really?
Really? Usually people aren't too keen on their parents. No, my dad is the best. He's an artist, a sculptor, he makes pottery and runs his own shop all by himself, even after my mom passed away. Okay, so I guess her mom's birthday is coming up and she was reminiscing and that. Gotcha! John's face fell and I stopped in my tracks. Anyways, he sacrificed everything for me over the years. I'm the most important thing to him and he's the most important thing to me. I miss him so much. Well, if he runs his own business, he probably keeps busy. He can afford to send you to Asagao, after all. John laughed heartily, and a pang shot to my gut. You mean you can't tell? Tell what? I frowned, not really sure whether I was happy or sad. I'm not rich like you people are here. You people? Damn, those are some strong words. Well, I'm just saying. Asagao serves steak for lunch every Wednesday. Actual steak. Damn, Ed. That's not normal. My dad and I eat ramen half the nights of the week. I help him in the shop all day when I'm at home. I've never owned a game console. We only have one 7-year-old computer that we split between the two of us. I use bus passes to go anywhere. Okay, sorry. Yeah. You seem kind of stressed. Yeah, well, being around all this luxury is more unnerving than relaxing. Half the time I'm afraid I'm going to break something or get a stain on my uniform. If that happens, I'll just have to wear it the rest of the year. We can't afford to replace it. The ice cream incident. Yeah, that. So wait, you work in your dad's shop, you don't go to school? No, I go to school too. I was in school the whole time. I just meant on weekends. Oh, that sounds like it sucks. He looked at the dango in his hands and back at me. I should have paid for yours. No, don't you dare give me that. What? It's only right. I don't want your pity. I guarantee you all the other normal boots guys noticed, but they don't treat me like a charity case. Just treat me like a normal person, like you used to. Ooh. Okay, if you say so. We descended into an awkward silence. Well, this is going well. I shouldn't have yelled at him like that. Now things were weird, and I didn't know how to fix them.
Yeah!
Oh, boy! John pointed at something across the way and ran for it. I followed him from a distance, unable to catch up in my restrictive yukata. Oh, it's a yukata, not a kimono. My bad. I don't know. It still looks cute. Does that count? It's a bird. A stuffed bird. Wait it for me, Hana.
What?
Me? No special treatment, remember? Well, that's a weird choice, but okay. It took me 12 tries to win that damn stuffed bird. Even then, I didn't win it. The booth manager gave it to me out of sheer pity. Oh, gee, thanks. So is that how you get it? John accepted it with the utmost graciousness, and I resisted the urge to punch him in the face. I'm going to take it to bed with me every night. His name will be Mr. Snuffles, and he'll never leave my sight, never. Okay. I'm glad. But it was hard to stay mad at John. It was always hard to stay mad at John. Tell that to the internet. Plenty of people are still mad at John. Oh, we're heading off into another chapter with John.
Hey.
What do you think? Does that look good? John was pointing to a chunk of hollow wood painted burnt orange, part of a set to make a birdhouse. It was a few days after the flower festival, and we were at the mall. John asked me to hang out with him, and when I accepted, he immediately came here. It was a little confusing to me. We were talking to each other more than usual, hanging out with each other all the time, but I didn't know whether to consider the flower festival as our first date. I wasn't sure whether he had feelings for me either. And with that, I guess we'll leave it at that, where we're heading off into the second chapter, I guess in the middle of the romance with John. Interesting. So, I guess we'll be seeing where this path goes. I don't know if I'll be doing the other ones. I'll have to see as time goes on what's going to happen in the next one, because this game is surprisingly long for a visual novel. Like, I don't even think Cupid was this long. But it is interesting to see where this is going to go. So I guess we'll be continuing our romance with Jontron in the next part. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.